I'm Dave Stangis. I manage corporate social responsibility, sustainability, and community affairs at Campbell Soup Company. I've been there about 3.5 years, and I was at Intel for 12 years before that.
Okay, you mentioned that you're developing an overall strategy for your company. Can you describe that to me and how that's different than just CSR?
Sure. I mean, what I'm trying to do is actually build a corporate strategy that brings all these things together. We call it CSR and sustainability at Campbell, but it's really about building a business strategy. We have 4 pillars, one around the marketplace, what we're doing in the marketplace, and then 3 that you might expect: environment, workplace, and community. We name those things a little bit differently when we bring them inside our company and then when we execute them outside, but each one is tied to what does it do for the business. If we're trying to measure total delivered cost in our supply chain, we might focus on cost under sustainability. If it's nutrition in the marketplace, our strategy around the marketplace will focus on wellness and nutrition. So it's what you would think a food company would do. I hope that's the goal, but it's really business goals and execution that is then sustainable if I lead. It's something that the company does, not just a person or a small group does.
What advice do you have for corporations looking to find a cause?
I think you really have to look inward first. We did an assessment of what our strengths are as a company. What can we do different than everybody else in our sector? What makes Campbell? And then where do we live and where do we operate? And what are the need states in among the locations we're at? Where do we have people, resources, and consumers? What resonates? And you map those things out and you find some very clean focus areas. We can focus internally on some things we need to do to build credibility, but in the external world, we're going to focus on improving the health of young people. And we're going to build real metrics around hunger and childhood obesity and stand out and try to be accountable for those, be transparent, and share everything we learn so anybody can do it anywhere, and just try to get that thing going. And be accountable for those metrics. If we fail, we'll tell everybody we failed, but we'll tell them what we learned.
Okay, employee engagement is a big aspect in this for a lot of reasons. Why is that important, and how have you done it at Campbell?
Well, one of our 4 pillars is employee engagement. We actually have a goal to engage 100% of our employees in these strategies. So they don't just get to think about it and learn about it, they actually have to help us execute these strategies. We do new employee orientation for every new employee that comes into our world headquarters. I go or talk to them, or somebody from my team tells them, this is the department you're in, this is how you're going to help us. We fold it into performance objectives and performance appraisals and do a lot of communication through our internal intranet communication. And then we tie our volunteerism to funding. So we have what a lot of companies call a $1 for Doers program. If they volunteer 25 hours as an individual or as a team with 25 for an hour, we make a $500 grant check to that nonprofit that they were at. So it generates this loop of goodness, and then if we can focus them where we want them to go, it's win-win.
Okay, and I didn't ask you this to prepare, but by any chance, do you know if you do anything at an annual meeting or any internal events?
We do. We actually have a huge, our largest recognition program for the company is global. It's called our Extraordinary Performance Awards. We have a bunch of categories, but 2 categories. One is focused on sustainability. So it's a lot of what we're doing around our plans and efforts, and even our HR organization is applying for a sustainability recognition next year for making the recruitment process green. And then we have one around community and community impact. So that's all of our employees all together as a big recognition.